Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Miranda and today we're gonna go flower shopping. I'm so excited. It is the end of August. It's the end of April and it is officially garden season. We have started doing a little bit of garden cleanup, which you will see that video. I'll link it up above. And it is time to do the pots, and I'm also searching for perennials. If you were here last year, you know that I am slowly building my perennial garden. I have quite a few garden beds around my yard that I'm slowly building up and trying to figure out how to fill them with perennials so that potentially there won't be as many weeds in those garden beds, because it's getting a little insane about how many weeds come up every single year, specifically shoot weeds. I don't know if we're ever going to get rid of those weeds, but if I can reduce them down and not have a whole giant bed of them every single year, that would be amazing. So we are on a mission to find some perennials and annuals to fill into my pots by the door. And then also I have 3 big pots in one of my garden, like front garden beds that I do. And then I do have some pots in the backyard, but I think I'm going to leave those alone this year because we are in the process of kind of changing what it's going to look like in the backyard. So I don't think that I'm going to really waste my money this year in trying to fill those pots. I did buy some hostas to put in those garden beds back there, so I think I'm just going to leave it at that this year and go from there. Let's go find some flowers. Okay, I have a little bit of a dilemma. I feel like I always go a certain way. I always tend to go this like corally color. I love these. These are like one of my favorite. And I'm looking at the shade pots right now. I tend to always go this direction with the coral and the pink, but I'm kind of leaning more towards like pink with the white. I can't remember what I did last year, but I feel like I always kind of go with this pinkish version. But even like, what if I did all pink though? I don't know. I like all 3 combinations, but going all pink kind of is a vibe. I do love a contrast of the white though, and it has a little bit of this white in the middle of that. This is why it takes me forever to go garden shopping, because I can't decide what combinations I want to do because it's all so beautiful. But I think I should. There's also another combination. I really like this yellow with this pink. That's also a pretty combination. Honestly, even these two together too, but really the pink and the yellow, which I don't think I've ever done yellow, and yellow has been kind of like one of my favorite vibes recently. Oh goodness. I think I might go pink. I think I might go all pink. Let's go that way. I already have 2 of these in my cart. Trying to think of how many I need. I also have a problem with overstuffing my pots every year. Like, I love how it looks when they're overstuffed when you first pot them, so it looks already full, but you don't really need to. Like, you really only need like 2 to 3 plants per pot. I need to think about this. The mic was the other way the entire time, so hopefully you could hear me. Okay, I'm thinking for a pop of color, doing a coleus with these. Maybe a bright chartreuse with the pink. I think that'll be nice. We'll do 2 of those. Or do we just full on lean into like the whole purple? I mean pink. Okay, I'm gonna go with this coleus. I really like the contrast with the leaves and then with the pink. That's really pretty. I bought these last year, no, 2 years ago, and I absolutely love how they look in the garden. They're so beautiful. So I think I'm gonna buy, and they've lasted like perennials because it doesn't get too cold here. It says up to 28 degrees Fahrenheit, but where I put them is next to the house. So I think I'm gonna grab a couple of these. They were literally one of my absolute favorites, and I was like, I couldn't remember what they were called. So I'm so happy that I found them. I think I'm gonna grab 5 of them, and I'm gonna cluster them more than I did before because I separated them. One thing that I've learned is like, do not listen to the spacing. It is, what does this one say? 8 inches minimum to 12 inches. You kind of want to go half. So you want to go like 8 inches from the center of the plant. So then it's like actually really 4 inches apart. I've learned that over time. So I think I'm going to grab quite a few of these. And then I just found another favorite. They're called Prince Tuts. But I love the King Tuts better. But they get so wild and fun. I love them. I don't know if I want to put them. I'm for sure going to put them in my front 2 pots by my front door. I think I'll really like that. So I see them all the time. My question is, I have a big, I've always wanted to try these. Suncredibles. Cute. I think I might do this. Do I have to deadhead these? Deadheading not necessary. Ooh, fun. Okay, anyway, back to what I'm thinking. I have 3 big pots in my front section, and I think I'm going to do salvia this year instead of the Prince Tuts. Maybe I'll do like 1 Prince Tut and then the other one's salvias, but I have 3 but 2 big ones that I try to do the same-ish vibes. This is why it's so hard, is because I don't know what to do. And I always am like, what color scheme am I gonna do? This is so hard, but I think I'm gonna get some of these Suncredibles. I've always wanted to have these. I'm excited because I think I'm going to do something just a little bit different than I normally do. And I usually just go all out on like one type of pot, and we're doing a little different this year, so I'm excited for that. Yay. I have done a little bit of damage. The cart is very full. I have a couple of perennials that I found, but I just don't know. I'm not a landscaper. So I'm going to buy 3 and then 2 of another brand or another kind and hope that it works in like a section. I think I'm just going to have to slowly build a section of perennials in this very awkward triangle of a very large garden bed. So at least this is some start. We'll see. But I think I'm kind of I'm done for this time. I feel like I need to go home and like place them where they're going to be placed, and then I can come back a different day and maybe buy some more. But for now, I think we are good to go. So I'm going to check out. I'm a little scared of how much this is going to be because plants have become insanely expensive. So we're just going to wander around this little perennial area first and then probably head out. I got mostly everything that I need, which is wonderful because I just spent a lot of money. So one thing about this hobby is that you spend so much money on flowers every single year. Hold on, hopefully you don't fall. Holy tamale is on here. But you always spend so much money on flowers every single year, and they are going up exponentially every single year. Like when I first started gardening, I'm gonna say that a 4-inch pot of a flower, like a petunia, was $2.99, and then it went to $3.99. Yeah, they're $5.75 a pot, Which, mind you, this place where I go now, they definitely, like the pot sizes, I feel like are a little bigger, slash like the plant is a little bit bigger than if I would have gotten it from like Home Depot. Anyway, okay, let's go home and place these plants where they need to be. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just got home. I had to take a little break because my mom called me, but I need to do another break because I am hungry and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're gonna carry all of these plants over into this little area that I have in front of my front door. And they're gonna probably live there for a little bit because I don't have time to repot them, and I don't think that I have any soil to like replenish my pot. So I think they're just gonna have to move from the car to this front area, and that's just like where they're gonna live for a little bit. So I did organize them into sections when I was putting them in the cart. And so I do know, like, okay, this one is for the shade garden, all the shade plants. So at least I did that for myself. I think that's really all this video is going to be for today. I don't think I have the energy to try to clean out my pots and replant them because we've got a lot going on and I still have some things I need to do inside. So thanks for coming along with me today. It was super fun to plan all these things and just envision what my pots are going to look like, and to add to the perennial garden is just very exciting as well. So thanks for following along with me today, and I hope to see you again soon. I'll definitely make a video of me planting and creating these pots with all these flowers that I just bought. If you like this kind of video, go ahead and hit all the buttons, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.